Question 31. In this question, we are asked, is the number of members of club X greater than the number of members of club Y? So, this clearly is a yes or no type of problem. For yes or no type of data sufficiency problem, we make this yes or no table, and before that, we define yes and no. But before jumping to the question, let us see what is given. So we are given that there is club X and club Y, and we are asked the comparison between the number of members of club X and club Y. So let us take the number of members of club X as mx, and let us take the number of members of club Y as my. Now, the question is the number of members of club X greater than the number of members of club Y? So yes will be mx greater than my, and no will be mx less than or equal to my. This is how we define mx, yes and no. Now let us jump to the fact statements and check the validity and check whether we are getting a definite yes or a definite no for all the values in that statement. So statement 1 says that of the members of club X, 20% are also members of club Y. So let us define one more variable which is common. So the common members in both X and Y, okay, which is denoted as MC. MC is equals to, according to the first statement, MC is equals to 20 percentage of MX. So MC is equals to 0.2 of MX. But whenever we are given two variables and the data related to the other variable is missing, or data related to one variable is only given, then that statement is directly not sufficient. Why? Because here we don't have any data on the number of members of club Y. So for all the values in this fact statement, we can either get a yes or we can get a no, which means that the number of members of club Y can be greater than X or it can be less than X2. Okay, so directly we will say that statement 1 is not sufficient. Whenever statement 1 is not sufficient, we cross AD. So let us jump to statement 2. Statement 2 says that of the members of club Y, 30% are also members of club X. So here the common members MC is equals to 30% of the members of club Y. In this case also, we are given the data related to the number of members of club Y, but we don't have any information in this statement about the number of members of club X. So we can get a yes or a no, which means that we can get the number of members of club X greater than club Y or less or equal to club Y 2. So directly, without plugging in any values, I will say that this is also not sufficient. Whenever both the statements are not sufficient, we need to combine both of them. So if I club both of them, then MC is equals to 20% of MX and MC is also equals to 0.3, which is 30% of MY. So from this, if I try to evaluate what can be the relation between MX and MY, I can easily do it. How? Look, MC is equal for both of them, which means that 0.2 mx is equals to 0.3 my. In short, mx is equals to 3 by 2 of my. So whatever the number of the club of whatever the number of members in club Y, the number of members in club X will be 1.5 times or 3 by 2 times the number of members in club Y. Okay, which means that mx will always be greater than my. We cannot take negative values. Okay, we cannot take negative values. So mx will always be greater than my. It cannot be equal also. If the number of members are 0, then it can be equal, but it is not true. Okay, because we are given that there are at least some members in club X and club Y, right? So mx is definitely greater than my for all the cases. We can try plugging values of my as 2 or 4 or 10 or any value, but even value, because it has to be a multiple of 2, right? So for all those values, we will get a yes only. So this statement together is sufficient. Whenever statement 1 and statement 2 together are sufficient, we cross E, and our answer is C. I hope it is clear.